Hello, Debbie here. Welcome back to Barossa Valley Crafts. Today I'm going to make some cards. Let me show you what they are first and then we'll go through how they're all done and everything. So they're called a fun card by Reddy Creative Cards. So it looks like this, and then you pull the little tab and it changes picture. So these are pre-made cards. I'll go through that with you in a moment. And here's another one. Now, part of the reason I'm showing you this tutorial is I made a few mistakes trying to get it right. The instructions that came with the card were all in German. So it was me trying to work out how to make them. Here's an example. This was an error that I did. I had the dies the wrong way round. This should have been on the inside of the card, and that should have been the front of the card. So it should have had that. Then when you pulled this, it should have had that. So that was one error that I made, and I did it again, trying to work out what I'd done wrong. So again, that should have been the front, and it should have gone to that when you pulled the thing. They still work, they're still fine, but I just wanted it the other way round. Anyway, I will try and teach you how to not make my errors. But other than that, this can be really fun. So there's 2 dies to it. Now what I've done to help me out and to stop me from getting mucked up again, as I said, I don't read German, and all the instructions were in German, so I didn't know what I was doing. It was only when I went to Google and put in OBEN, which meant above or top, that's when I worked out where I was going wrong. So what I then did was I worked out which was the front and which was the second card, and the top and the bottom, so that I didn't have them the wrong way round. So I put some tape on here and I've marked top and right. So if I'm having a top opening card, this is the top. If I'm having it opening to the right, then this will be to the right of the picture. And this one is the same. So this will be the front of the card when it's closed. So, so this shows the front picture. Where's my card? So that die will show the front picture, and this die will show that one. Okay, so that's why I've written back image when it's closed and front image when it's open. So that way I'll know which die is which. So that's one little tip I have learnt. Write on your dies which one does what. Now you can buy packets of card like this. So this is all from Craftzone. So I will add the link into the description for Craftzone, and everything I'm using today is from Craftzone. So you can buy packets like this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 6. It's got 6 pictures in it, and that's what the ones that I've used in these cards are those. And here's one that I haven't used yet. So they are what your die, they fit perfectly onto those. So you just work out which one you want for the front and which one you want when you pull it open. And that's those. So they fit perfectly onto those. But you don't have to use those. They also sell other cards, printed photographed cards that you can use. So I've actually used these in the ones that I'm doing today for this tutorial, and I'll show you them in a minute. They have all of these available on their website as well. So the ones I'm using today are these 2. Now, I really wanted to use this picture. but it wasn't quite wide enough to fit on the die. So what I did was I glued this card onto a sheet of black card, and then I put it through the die machine to get, let me show you, this. So even though it's got the black edging on it, that won't matter because you won't see that when the card's all put together. But I just really liked that photo and I wanted to do a child's card. So that's what I did there. But you can use your own photos. They just need to make sure they're big enough to go in the die, or you'll have to do what I did there and just attach it to a backing card first. So we put them through the die machine. So this one is the gold die, and this one is the silver die. And now we can get this card. Now you can buy this particular card in packs of 10 for about, I think it's $10 Australian, I'm pretty sure. So again, I'll put the link in the description to work it out, so you can have a look on me. So this is going to be the base card that's going to hold all this. And then just using a punch, I've just cut a couple of these little tabs. When you buy the cards for this, they've already got little oval tabs on there that you can cut out to make your pull tab with. But because I've done this, I've used just a punch and I've cut out a couple, and that will be my pulling mechanism. So let me show you how it all goes together. So on this piece, you'll see there's a little score. When you put it through the die machine, it'll come up with a score line. So on that, just inside, or just on this side of that score line, place a piece of double-sided adhesive and then fold on that score line over, and what that's going to do, that will make a track for this to slide up and down in. Now once you've done that, so you'll see it's got cuts all through like so, and this one has also got cuts in it. So we're going to then slot these into the other piece. So we'll just slot them all in. It can be a little bit fiddly, but we get there. There we go. So now that will fit into that little piece there. So when this one's pulled, it will open and close like so. So once you've done that, you're going to pop this in here. Now before you do that, fold the card. So we're going to attach this onto this side. So if you fold that in and then fold, you'll notice when you try to fold the other one, it's just a slither too wide. So if you were folding it the other way, then you would do what I'm about to do from the other side. So from this edge, I'm going to take just a tiny little slither off to allow the card to be able to close properly. So now, when that's closed over, that one will now close so it's flat, whereas before you couldn't do that. And like I said, the reason I think they've done it that way is if you're doing it so it folds from this side, then you would take the slither from this side. Okay, so now we're going to remove the backing on the double-sided adhesive and make sure that's all lined up inside. And then place, making sure you've got the top the right way, attach that to the edge of the card. So make sure it matches up the top there. press that into place. So now that should close properly, like so. Then down this edge we're going to put another piece of double-sided tape. So I'll just pop that in here. And I'm hoping that my instructions don't sound too muddled because it took me a bit to work it out. That's why I figured we'd do this. Okay, so once you've done that, we're then going to attach this to that card there. So it's when it's closed. So let me just pop that down properly. So this will now attach to, yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that. So I'm going to put it there. So I'm just going to get a bit of glue. Oh, I've done it again. I must have left the lid off, the pin out, and the glue's dried. Try again. There we go. So I'll just pop some glue on there and sit that so that it can be seen in that little cutout piece. We'll just pop some more glue on this one and line it up on top of that one. And push it into place. Make sure it's dry. Now I'll just put my pin back in so my glue doesn't dry on me again. Now, before we seal it closed, we'll just make sure it's all going to work. So we're going to pull it, and there's your pictures. So we know it's working. That's a good thing. Now you'll notice down here, when it's all closed up, there's a little bit of overhang. So we're going to remove that bit of overhang. So I'll just get some scissors. I might just put my bigger ones and just trim that off. There we go. And let's just check it's still working. Yes, it's all good. Then we're going to remove that bit of backing tape from the other side and close the card over and stick that into place. Now you have two options here. So that's now sealed all your little bits and pieces inside there. So you can leave it like that and do your greetings and sentiments on the inside, or if you wanted to, you can close that over and glue that down and do your sentiments on the back. But I'm going to leave it because then it can stand up to be looked at. And that's it. So there's your card now done. So from there you can just decorate it any way you like and add what you want to. You can, if you wanted to, even attach a pretty piece of paper and fold it over down there so that that end isn't open. But that's it. So once you know how to do it, it's very easy. But getting that to work, I was pulling my hair out. Anyway, I hope that has helped you guys. If you've liked it, do give me the thumbs up. And if you're interested, I do have a couple of Facebook pages, Cardmaking for Beginners and Beyond and Barossa Valley Crafts. And I'll add the links in the description. If you'd like to come and join us there and share your creations, you're more than welcome. It doesn't have to be from what you've seen here. It can be anything. We're not limited to brands, so it's all good. Thank you for joining me. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.